I want to thank all of you for coming. My speech will be short, but hopefully to the point. When you're here today, you're not only honoring those individuals that have received the Purple Heart, and they'll be introduced later by Augie, but the fact is that this keeps the tradition alive that people that sacrifice so much will never be forgotten, not only through the people here, but their families as we go forward, because we know freedom isn't free. What I'm going to do is just mention a couple things, and Augie started it earlier. We have more Congressional Medal of Honors here in the state per capita than any other state in the nation. That also goes with the Purple Heart recipients, because we have been a very patriotic state for many, many years. Besides the 100 of the 442 with 21 congressional medals, I'm just going to mention 3 here as we go forward. One is Herbert P. Liao from Waianae. He was the first Hawaiian that was killed and received the Medal of Honor posthumously. Basically, to make it short, he stuck in his position, let the other people retrograde to the rear, but he never made it out. The second is Francis Y. Francis was a graduate of Punahou, played football up at the university, not at the university, at Punahou. As a matter of fact, his running back was my dad. So we go back many, many years. He lost his life in Leyte in the Philippines, again, trying to take out a machine gun nest that was hurting his men, okay? The other individual I wanted to mention was none other than Alan Kellogg. So you do have a Medal of Honor alive, right here. Alan, I've known Alan for many, many years. As a matter of fact, the area he was in, I followed in there some other time at Quezon. But anyway, what we'll do is Alan was in his bunker or whatever we call it now. And what happened, the enemy, the North Vietnamese threw grenades in there. He took his flak vest, which wasn't like Kevlar today, threw it on it, threw his body on it, and saved a whole bunch of people. But he never left until his thing was taken care of. So for you, Alan, you're a very special guy, and let's give him a hand. I'd like to, at this time, I'll just move on and introduce some of our senior people we have here that have seen a lot of combat. One is Ace Kalehano, and he's sitting back there, and Terry is his wife. He fought in the Korean War and also in the Vietnam War. He has a sergeant major next to him to protect him against anybody. So thanks for being here, Sean. And the other one is Mino Takiesu, which is right behind a Colonel Sullivan. And there he is raising his hand. But as we can see, all of them are here. Augie, I'll ask you this question. Are they going to be standing or? You know, all the Purple Heart recipients here, could you just stand for a minute so they can see you? If you can, of course. Thank you very much. You can sit down. There's 2 individuals that I'd really like to mention. One is Henry Lee, and the other is Tommy Tanaka. They're not here. So, Rick, I really thank you for having things like this because we're losing a lot of great people. You know, Henry was, I believe, 92. Tommy Tanaka was 97. And all of us just love the guys. And you couldn't say no to either one. But anyway, I'd like the Lee Ohana to just stand up because they're here today representing their dad. Thank you. Imagine when I was getting my uniforms cut down when I was a ROTC cadet at the University of Hawaii. Rose cut down my uniforms all the time. So super. But anyway, with that, I just want to say just 2 things. First of all, Freedom isn't free. The individuals here, the guests, know how important it is, especially in today's times, to always thank and recognize people for doing so much. I always thought this years and years ago. When I first got commissioned, we had a 6-paragraph code of conduct. And what it is, even though it's 60 plus years later, I'm an American fighting in the forces which guard my country and our way of life. I am prepared to give my life in its defense. I felt that way so many years ago. For all of you here, you may be getting older, but we all feel the same way. Our body isn't what it used to be, but the brain-wise, we're saying, you guys are really special. So with that, I think that completes it. But just remember, we will only remain the land of the free as long as we remain the land of the brave. Thank you very much.